Chancellor Brown, the graduating students have now assembled for the 2022 Western Carolina University Jamaican Commencement Exercises. I want to introduce Dr. Noel Gordon, who will provide the invocation. Dr. Gordon attended the University of the West Indies, where he earned a bachelor's degree in science. In 1990, Dr. Gordon migrated from Jamaica to the United States, where he pursued a career in the field of education. At Montclair State University, he earned a master's degree in human resources and organizational development, with a major in guidance and counseling services, and a second master's degree in administration and supervision, with a major in educator training. He subsequently earned a doctoral degree in educational leadership from Nova Southeastern University. In the New Jersey public school system, he served in several capacities, including teacher, guidance counselor, high school vice principal, director of guidance, director of testing and evaluation, and director of curriculum and instruction. He is also the founder and CEO of Dr. Noel Gordon, LLC, a company that focuses on educational consulting, human resource management, quality management, and life coaching. Dr. Noel Gordon is a published author of the book You Come First, which focuses on how to live the life you know you deserve.
Dr. Kelly Brown, Chancellor. Dr. Richard Starnes, Provost. Dr. Kim Winter, Dean of the College of Education and Professionals. To our parents, guardians, and well-wishers, and to our esteemed graduates, we want to give God thanks for affording us this opportunity to come together to witness this momentous occasion. It is graduation time. Graduation is a very important milestone in a student's life. It is the coming of age, the arrival of maturity and responsibility, which makes the heart goes aflutter. After the excitement and celebration dies down, you might feel an inexplicable void. A moment of trepidation gives you the shivers. What awaits you in the journey of life, and what will you do with this new body of knowledge as you advance in your career path? You will have to choose your options carefully, as your choices will etch the path to your future before you set sail into uncharted waters. What is education? What should its focus be? Great thinkers throughout history have reflected on and recorded their opinions about education and its value. Malcolm Forbes said, "Education's purpose is to replace an empty mind with an open one." Aristotle says that education is an ornament of prosperity and a refuge of adversity. C.S. Lewis said that the task of the modern educator is not to cut down jungles, but to irrigate deserts. Aristotle says again that the roots of education is bitter, but the fruit is sweet. And I'm sure that you can relate to that as graduates when you spend hours and hours studying. Now is the sweet moment for you. Albert Einstein said that education is what remains after one has forgotten everything he learned in school. And that is very, very important. Benjamin Franklin, on the other hand, says that genius without education is like silver in the mine. Robert M. Hutchins said that education is not to reform students or amuse them or to make them expert technicians. It is to unsettle their minds, widen their horizons, inflame their intellects, and teach them to think straight if possible. And T.S. Eliot says that it is in fact a part of the function of education to help us escape not from our own time, for we are bound by that, but from the intellectual and emotional limitations of our time. Martin Luther King Jr. said that education must enable one to sift and weigh evidence, to discern the true from the false, the real from the unreal, and the facts from the fiction. The graduation ceremony is a cultural tradition that is considered a rite of passage. The ceremony marks a transition from one stage of a student's life to another. Arnold van Gennep coined the phrase rite of passage in 1909, and he believed the rite of passage includes the following three steps. 1, separation from society. 2, inculcation or transformation. And 3, return to society in the new status. And of course, you're returning to society with your new status, your new academic status. Whatever the subclassification, elaborate rites of passage are commonly rich in symbolism and prominently includes representations of the states of separation and transition, and especially insignia of the new status. The ideal educational institution is an authentic professional learning community that afford each student equitable access and a thorough, efficient, and excellent educational experience. The caliber of educational experience extends beyond the limits of knowledge acquisition and the grasping of concepts. It includes the undertaking of complex challenges, finding feasible solutions, and simultaneously acquiring sustainable career readiness skills. Graduates, effective learning places value on interpersonal relationships, secures professional development for learning leaders, provides interventions that enhance teaching and learning, and intentionally focuses on measurable responses to intervention. As you re-embark into the world of work, armed with your new credentials, and as you seek to influence the students who come under the sphere of your influence, be intentional in passionately rejecting the ability paradigm and enthusiastically espouse the effort paradigm. The ability paradigm embraces the belief that some children are inherently competent of learning. System engenders inconsistent learning expectation from learning leaders and colors the academic self-concept of our children. The effort paradigm, to the contrary, embraces the belief that every child possesses the potential to learn. Learning leaders who embrace the effort paradigm have a great appreciation for diversity in learning styles and understand that some children have a proclivity primarily for academics, while others may excel in the arts or in the career technical education arena. Hence, differentiated instruction is embraced as an educational best practice, and an enduring expectation that all children can learn resonates throughout the teaching and the learning process. But here's the challenge, and it is so aptly put by Alvin Toffler. He says that the illiterate of the future will not be the person who cannot read, it will be the person who does not know how to learn. Let me reiterate that, graduates. The illiterate of the future will not be the person who cannot read, it will be the person who does not know how to learn. As you embark upon your new phase of career with your newly acquired body of knowledge, your primary goal should be to optimize student achievement. As you build your professional competences, continue to hone your craft by expanding your knowledge in every classroom and among your peers, and also within the professional learning community at large. The entire Jamaica educational system will benefit greatly as you continue to enhance your professional capacity as learning leaders, and as you purposefully focus on student achievement as your ultimate goal. I pray that the Almighty God will empower you and give you guidance and intestinal fortitude to work with your students and to ensure their achievement. Thank you so very kindly, and may God bless you richly. Thank you.
Graduates and honored guests, it is a pleasure and an honor for me to welcome each of you to the special Western Carolina University virtual commencement ceremony for graduates in Jamaica. Please allow me to recognize members of the platform party. Dr. Dan Gruby, Dr. Kofi Lamote, Dr. Kim Winter, and Dr. Kelly Brown.
It is now my great pleasure to introduce our faculty speaker, Dr. Kofi Lamote. Dr. Lamote is the Bardo Distinguished Professor of Educational Leadership at Western Carolina University in Cullowhee. For more than 40 years, as a scholar and as a practitioner, Dr. Lamote has focused on the education of Black people. At the higher education level, he has been a university professor, department chair, provost, president, and chancellor. Dr. Lamote has been a founder, teacher, and administrator at 3 independent African-centered schools. Please welcome Dr. Kofi Lamote.
I learned a long time ago to not spend too much time standing between people and 3 things: their dinner, their money, and the conferral of their degree. So my comments will be relatively brief and hopefully somewhat useful to you. I bring you greetings from the faculty at Western Carolina University. We are here today to pay tribute to you, the Ed Supervision graduates of 2021. But that would not be possible were it not for the individuals who mentored you for the past few years. That would not be possible were it not for the individuals who motivated you for the past few years. That would not be possible without the outstanding individuals with whom you've worked. That would not be possible without the individuals who taught you and no doubt learned with you for the past few years. The Western Carolina University faculty. While you were indeed helped, all the help in the world would have been for naught had you not decided that you were going to do this. I congratulate you for reaching this milestone. Let me pause, however, to indicate that this is not an end, but a beginning. As the Ethiopians say, he who learns teaches. This is an important ceremony because it is an opportunity for us to congratulate you for your accomplishments to date. Your achievements are momentous and notable because they open more doors for you. They provide you with more choices in life. And we all know that life is all about choices. They open up a great big world for you. As the East Africans tell us, wisdom is wealth. Candidates, remember that while your schooling may be over, your education continues. The Somalians remind us, wisdom does not come overnight. And the Tanzanians teach us that wealth, if you use it, comes to an end. Learning, if you use it, increases. Your achievements also give you the tools to contribute to making Jamaica a better society and to making a better world, to play your part in addressing injustices in the world. As long as illegitimate forms of exclusion exist, we all have a responsibility to be socially active. That is, the onus is on us to be energetically involved in addressing the various challenges that exist in society, including hunger, homelessness, illiteracy, drug abuse, violence, poverty, infant mortality, teen pregnancy, racism, sexism, classism, ageism, heightism, etc. The Ashanti in the central region of Ghana advise us, do not let what you cannot do tear from your hand what you can do. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King believed in true religion and worked through religion to inspire and motivate people to think and act. He stated that, and I quote, "Any religion that professes to be concerned with the souls of men and women, I would add, and is not concerned with the slums that damn them, the economic conditions that strangle them, and the social conditions that cripple them, is a dry as dust religion. King's message is clear. We each must be involved in addressing the wrongs that exist in society. Moreover, he argues that indeed the church must play a leadership role. Remember, no one does anything by themselves. The ancient Africans instruct us, if you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Many came before us, and many more stand with us today. Honor them. Remember, social activism is our only option if we are truly concerned with the elimination of injustice. In the final analysis, Jamaica, and indeed this world, will be a better place for all of us. The Yoruba of Nigeria say, what you give, you get 10 times over. Remember, your graduation places a significant responsibility upon you. Many people contributed to your success. You owe it to them, to unborn children, and to yourself to take this responsibility seriously. As the Akan of Ghana counsel us, wisdom is not like money to be tied up and hidden. We must increase our level of responsibility to others when we reach such milestones. Each of you has a responsibility to your families and to your communities. I am confident that you will fulfill those responsibilities. Today, you are shining stars. What lies behind you and before you pales compared to what lies within you. No doubt you will continue to shine, and indeed you will go on to shine even brighter. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. I close by turning once again to the Tanzanians of East Africa. A wise person will always find a way. Congratulations.
Now my great pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Mrs. Susan Davis, representing Jamaican educators and Western Carolina University alumni. Susan can be described as a motivated, creative, innovative, passionate, confident, and reliable professional educator and colleague. She's currently in the role of principal for Sudbury Primary and Infant School in St. James Parish for the past 2 years. Previously, she was senior teacher at Corinaldi Avenue Primary School, also in St. James Parish. She has a range of experiences in teaching and administration since her career began in 2006. She also served as a trainer for the Ministry of Education in 2017, where she was a facilitator for independent schools in the national school curriculum. She received a teaching diploma from Sam Sharp Teachers College in 2006. She went on to complete the bachelor's degree through the Consortium of Institutions for Teacher Education in Jamaica in 2008. She earned a Master's of Arts in Education degree in Educational Supervision from Western Carolina University in 2018. She holds an appointment to the International Programs Advisory Council for the College of Education and Allied Professions at WCU, and also serves as a regional recruiter for WCU in the Montego Bay area. Welcome, Susan Davis.
Graduates, distinguished guests, and members of the faculty team of the Western Carolina University, headed by Chancellor Dr. Kelly Brown. I salute you, graduates. Congratulations and welcome to the Catamounts family. Thank you for completing your Masters of Art in Education Leadership. Despite the adversities you may have encountered throughout your journey, you have weathered the storm and stand irresolute to run the race and run it with determination. You have accomplished this another chapter of your milestone. Graduates, how you start does not determine your destination. It is how you finish. And how you finish is determined by your mindset. I am sure it was your positive mindset which have allowed you to finish this journey. I am saying to you today, as leaders and future leaders, let your positivity overrides your negativity. Transformation and transactional leaders must always have a positive mindset. Having a positive mindset is an effective and powerful apparatus that is valuable to your mental health. Positive mindset encourages positive thinkers. Positive thinkers are great achievers. Great achievers are nation builders. Most importantly, positive thinkers are visionary leaders. This is what our education sector needs today. This technological world we are living in calls for all leaders to develop an attitude and a habit for positive thinking. How you think about things will definitely have an impact on your actions. Graduates, be a positive thinker and help our nation to recover, to regain, to renew our education sector. In a time like this, it will only take positive leaders to boost our education sector to recover the learning lost derived from COVID-19. Our future is bright. Our future generation is depending on you leaders like you to be a catalyst for change. Having a sustainable change can only occur when you are a positive thinker. So I say to you today, go Catamounts. Let us have a positive mind to influence the world. Go and change the world. Be a positive thinker.
Thank you, Susan, for an inspiring message. Our graduates will take that message to the classroom to inspire others. I asked the candidates for the Master of Arts in Education degree from the College of Education and Allied Professions to stand and remain standing. Chancellor Brown, all candidates for the Master of Arts in Education from the College of Education and Allied Professions are hereby presented.
Graduates and distinguished guests, I thank you for joining us virtually on this very special day of celebration. It is one of my great honors as Western Carolina University's Chancellor to address our graduates on Commencement Day. To our graduates, within the hour you will take your place in our treasured Western Carolina University Alumni Association. We know that a university isn't just a place, it's a community. Our Alumni Association fosters lifelong connections to WCU through programs and services so that no matter where you are, including Jamaica, you will always have a home at Western Carolina University. I am sure you have imagined this moment for quite some time, but let's face it, it's far different than any of us could have predicted when your cohort began. Nearly a full year of pandemic cannot be allowed to overshadow your years of hard work, your many late nights and early mornings, your countless personal pep talks that turn self-doubt into self-determination. Faced with obstacles, many of you have worked diligently, passionately and tirelessly, earning a distinct privilege to be virtually with us today. You have completed all the difficult and necessary tasks to reach this day, a day that represents one of the most significant milestones in your lifetime, but you did not get to this moment in time on your own. The people that are with you today in many cases literally sacrificed so that you could achieve this moment. To all the parents, siblings, friends, and loved ones who are there with you, On behalf of all of us at Western Carolina University, thank you for all you have done to help make this day possible. Thank you for entrusting these extraordinary graduates to us. It has been our privilege to teach them, to get to know them, and to also learn from them. Their future is very bright, and we are very proud of them too. Graduates, it is now up to you to create the world in which you wish to live. It is your freshly born ideas that will create sustainable environments. It is your vision of the future that will eliminate poverty and hunger. It is your ability to take your educational experience and apply it to create international innovation and collaboration. And most importantly, it is your ability to believe in peace, justice, and equality that will make that a reality for all. Graduates, the future is yours and the world is counting on you. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, by the authority vested in me by the University of North Carolina Board of Governors and the Western Carolina University Board of Trustees, and upon their successful completion of all degree requirements, I confer upon these graduates the degrees for which they have been recommended with all the rights, honors, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Please join me in congratulating our newest graduates. We are so proud of you, our Catamounts.
We will now present the names of the candidates for the Masters of Arts in Education degree.
From the Montego Bay Cohort in Educational Supervision, Tracy Ann Campbell-Reed, Chetty Chisholm, Cadian Crumby Murray, Kadia Ennis, Coretta Farron, Kayon Fletcher, Tanisha Ford Farguson, Felicia Forrester Ellis, Carlene Gold, Cavil Grayson, Santana Hale, Chantel Johnson, Stacey Ann Johnson Bailey, Hillary Johnson Burt, Audrey Lee Penato, Shireen Lynch Cawley, Jodianne Martin Clark, Clavia McFarland, Neoka McKenzie, Verlia McLaughlin, Carolyn Miller, Ralna Mussenden, Noel Myers, Bridget Pinnock, Susan Sims, Amalia Stewart, Primrose Thompson Walker, Edward Vidal, Carol Waite, Jezreen Waite McLaughlin, Bernadine Walker, Tashika Yateman Gardner. From the Discovery Bay Cohort in Special Education, Trishana Brown, Rebecca Greenwood McCoy, Charmaine Johnson, Karza Lloyd, Juliet Perkins, Althea Rose, Vanessa Shaw, Carrie Ann Wright.
Before we conclude, I would like to recognize some very important guests who have joined us today. The parents or guardians of our graduates, the spouses and children of our graduates, the grandparents and other family members, and the special friends of our graduates. We show their appreciation to you for your love, support, and commitment to their future.